Hi there, this is Mr. Jones, and I'd like to help you with using the Pythagorean Theorem. Alright, now remember the Pythagorean Theorem is applicable only in right triangles. Okay? And it says in any right triangle with legs A and B, the legs are the sides that are perpendicular to each other, and hypotenuse C, then A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And remember, the hypotenuse is the longest side. That's side C in the Pythagorean theorem. That's the side that's opposite the right angle. Okay, so in any triangle that you draw, if you were to start at the vertex of the right angle and draw an arrow into the interior of the triangle, the side that you strike is the hypotenuse. Okay, and that's always going to be the longest side of the triangle. Okay, so remember that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, so in any right triangle, if you're given two legs, or a leg and the hypotenuse, then you can find the missing side. Okay, so I have A is equal to 8, so I'm just going to substitute initially. So 8 squared plus B squared is equal to 17 squared. Okay, well, I'm simply going to then apply the exponent. So 8 squared is 64, so we'll just simplify. 64 plus B squared is equal to 289. Okay, let's scroll down just a tad, and then I'm going to subtract 64 from each side, and B squared is going to equal 225. Then I can take the positive square root of each side. I don't need to worry in this case about the negative square root because I'm not going to have negative sides of the triangles, and that gives me B is equal to the square root of 225, which is 15. Okay, so there's the value of the missing side in that particular triangle. Okay, B is equal to 15, so I have an 8, 15, 17 right triangle. Okay, well, why don't you go ahead then and try number 2 on your own and see if you can find the value of A. And then when you're done, hit continue and I'll check your results. Okay, let's see. First of all, I'll just capture my work and then we'll scroll back so we can see the triangle as well. Alright, Pythagoras, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So I'm going to begin with a step of substitution. I'm going to take the value of B and replace B in the equation. So A squared plus 12 squared equals 13 squared. I also replace C, or I substitute 13 in place of C. So A squared plus 144 is equal to 169. I simplify the math. 12 squared is 144, 13 squared, 169. Well, then I can subtract 144 from each side, and that leaves me on the left with A squared equals 25 on the right. Okay, well, once I have the variable isolated, then I can take the square root of each side. So the square root of A squared is A. The square root of 25 is 5. So A, the missing side, must be equal to 5. Okay? Well, you need to commit good old Pythagoras to memory. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and you need to recall that C is the side opposite the right angle, which is the hypotenuse, and it's the longest side of the triangle. Okay? And I urge you to work carefully and work well.